Hey guys, it's your girl Antoinette and welcome back to another video. So guys, I really hope that you enjoy this video today. As I keep on reminding you guys, September is PCOS Awareness Month, and for this entire month I'm gonna just continue to give you guys some information on topics around PCOS, what it really is, how it affects women who have it. I just really want some awareness and some content to get out there about this condition so that persons know better how to deal with women like myself who have it, and just how you can encourage them so that they can get onto a path of wellness. So guys, as usual, if you are new here, welcome to my channel. I do lifestyle content, I do PCOS content of course, and I do a whole host of hygiene videos as well. So if that is something that you are interested in, you can go ahead, check through my videos, check them out, like them up, leave some nice comments, and when you're done all of that, don't forget to click the subscribe button because it really helps me on my channel. I really appreciate you guys and I love you all so much for the support that you continue to give me. It does not go unnoticed and I really appreciate you all. So without further ado guys, let's get straight into this video. So guys, today in this video I want to talk a little bit about insulin resistance. Many of you who know me well or are used to my channel know that I myself have insulin resistant PCOS, and it has affected me greatly. It has caused me to have weight gain, it has caused me to have high cholesterol, it has also caused me to have fatigue, excessive sugar cravings, and just a whole host of other unwanted things. But I just really want to give you guys some details on what really insulin resistance is, how it really affects women who have PCOS, and even the long haul of how it affects women. Most of the time when I tell people like I have insulin resistance, like they're so shocked, like what is insulin resistance? So I just really want to give you guys some background information on what it is so that you can understand a little bit more. So first of all, insulin is actually a hormone that is produced by the pancreas itself. So this hormone itself is very intricate in controlling the metabolism of carbohydrates. And within carbohydrates, of course, that includes your starches and your sugars. So when a person develops insulin resistance, tissues in the body, mainly your muscle tissues and your fat cells, they really go through a struggle. So what happens is that more insulin is going to be needed to actually help with the processes that these tissues and cells do. So after all of that, you may be wondering how or what about insulin resistance causes persons to have PCOS. So the cells in our ovaries, they produce hormones, namely estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, which all of these are very vital for a woman's reproductive health. When you have really high insulin within your system and within your body, that throws off your hormonal balance, causing you to overproduce testosterone, which, if you don't know by now, is mainly the male hormone. Body is designed in such a way that normally it would be able to block these high levels, but unfortunately there's just nothing that the body can do to prevent these levels from spiraling out of control within. So as a result, it goes into your hair follicles and it really can cause your hair to fall out, and also cause really dark, nasty, thick hairs on unwanted areas, namely your chin or your chest area, around your breasts, and really unscrupulous places. And it gets into your glands as well and can cause really nasty hormonal acne. If you guys don't know, I also have suffered from that before. I had it on my chin and on my cheek areas here. If you want to see my acne journey, you can go ahead and click this video here above or my playlist, and you can see all of my skincare and all of my journey through my skincare process. So you may be wondering, how is this gonna affect your reproductive process? How is this gonna affect your menstrual cycle? How is this gonna affect your ovulation? Basically what happens with insulin resistance is that it affects your hormonal balance. So namely, it affects the LH and the FSH ratio. So what happens when you have insulin resistant PCOS? Basically what happens is that you have this really high level of LH, just spontaneously producing all of this LH, but you don't have that balance between the LH and the FSH, which will actually help you to ovulate. So because of that, now you end up not ovulating, and then you get cysts on your ovaries, so which is one of the characteristics of having polycystic ovarian syndrome. So because of that, now you don't ovulate, and that also can cause some infertility issues. Okay, so you may want to know what is actually causing your insulin resistance. Now, insulin resistance can be caused by a number of things. So it can be caused by sugar intake, so the amount of sugar and carbohydrates that you ingest, that can cause your insulin resistance. It can also be caused by, in a very weird way, but your birth control. So your birth control as well, if you are an avid user of birth control, this can attribute to having insulin resistance. Not getting enough sleep as well can also contribute to you having insulin resistance, and having really poor gut flora. So all of these things are things that can be reversed. They can be corrected. So have no fear. It's not impossible to reverse having insulin resistance. Now, if you want to find out if you actually have insulin resistance, there are some laboratory tests that you can do. So you can do an hemoglobin A1C, or you can do a fasting glucose, or you can do a oral glucose tolerance test as well. All of these will be able to tell you if you are actually insulin resistant. So normally when you go to your doctor and you tell them the symptoms that you have, they will give you a panel of tests if you are newly being diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome. But if you are specifically having some symptoms that point towards you having insulin resistance, they will send you to go ahead and do these specific tests. All right, so I want to talk a little bit about how to treat your insulin resistance. So one of the main medications that your doctor will prescribe for you with insulin resistance is metformin. Now, there's a whole lot of controversy surrounding this medication because of the very high side effects that it has, namely diarrhea. Now, I myself used to take metformin as well, and it really kind of messed up my system, which is why I was so afraid of taking it again. So because of that, I also went back to my doctor recently. As I let you guys know, I have been experiencing some symptoms with my insulin resistance, mainly weight gain, and I also was talking with some of the persons in my PCOS group, and someone was talking about another medication called Jardiance. So I went ahead and I got this from my doctor today. So this is actually a 10 milligram tablet, and it is a sodium glucose co-transporter inhibitor. So that's what it does. So basically it decreases the amount of glucose that is accepted into your system, but what it does, it allows you to urinate it out. So one of the main symptoms, one of the main side effects with this particular drug is that you will urinate very often. But I mean, for myself, I decided to take this over the metformin because with metformin, you do have a lot of diarrhea. You have excessive diarrhea. I had issues where I was vomiting bile. I also had a lot of stomach problems. So I used to feel a lot of uneasiness in my stomach. I used to have a lot of on and off pain, and I never used to like to eat any at all. So I opted to go ahead and take this, which is called Jardiance. So this is another option, guys, and based on feedback from my PCOS group and from other persons that I have talked to, this is really a much better option if you don't want all of those added side effects. Other medications that your doctors may prescribe to you, if they like to go the natural route, they will tell you that you can take chromium or cinnamon pills, which is something that I take on a daily basis as well, as both of those help to reduce your blood glucose levels. But outside of taking any kind of medication, guys, diet and exercise is very important for persons who have insulin resistance. So as I told you guys previously in one of my videos, I have started to exercise every single day of the week. I will take a rest day at least once, and I do at least 30 to 40 minutes a day. If I'm feeling a little tired, I will do a 20-minute workout, but I have really been committed to just trying to work out every single day. Diet and exercise combined with any other kind of therapy is a much better way of trying to reverse your insulin resistance. Now, when it comes to diet, I particularly don't follow a specific diet plan, but I have implemented intermittent fasting where I would use a 16 to 8. So my actual eating hours are between the hours of 2 to 10. And I also supplement with apple cider vinegar, which helps to really cut your appetite and also helps to burn belly fat. So I have a whole total plan in place for my insulin resistance. And as I said to you guys, there's nothing that's going to magically help you to reverse your PCOS or reverse your insulin resistance. You have to have a total plan in place if you are going to be doing anything to just reverse it. I know some persons do opt for keto or the Mediterranean diet. I myself personally have not tried it, but I have seen success stories with persons who have taken that route. Alright guys, so I hope that this video was extremely helpful in just giving you a little bit more knowledge about what insulin resistance is, how it affects women with PCOS, and what you can do to reverse it. I really hope that you will share this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and don't forget that all of September is PCOS Awareness Month. I really appreciate your support and I love you all so much. Bye my loves.